The following video is going to illustrate how to calculate both the chi-square and crosstabs using SPSS. As you see on the screen, the definition of a chi-square is when you examine the expected distributions on two categorical variables and whether or not those distributions are related to one another. In simpler terms, all this means is that we're comparing two categorical variables and seeing if they're significantly related to one another. When working with real-life data, a hypothesis using a chi-square would look something like this. The categories of gender are significantly related to the categories of party ID. Now, gender and party ID are variables that are found in lots of different types of data sets. The data set that we're going to use in this video is the 2012 American National Election Studies Survey. One thing to note about this hypothesis is that it says nothing about direction nor magnitude. It's just saying that the categories of one variable is related to the categories of another variable. If I was to pull both the independent and dependent variable from this hypothesis, what we can say here is that our independent variable is gender, which is also known as dem_gender in our data set, and our dependent variable is party ID, which is called dem_PID in the data set. If we flip over to SPSS, we can do a quick frequency check of these two variables. I'm going to hit the minimum and maximum and find both gender and party ID. Click OK. So what we see here is that gender is measured on a 1-2 scale, males being coded as 1, females being coded as 2. And Dem party ID is on a 5 scale, where 0 is no preference, 1 are Democrats, 2 are Republicans, 3 are independents, and 5 are other party. Now we can calculate the crosstab. So to do that, I'm going to go to Analyze Descriptive Statistics, Crosstabs. I'm going to put gender in my column, and I'm going to put Dem PID in my rows. Now here you're just specifying where your variables go in your table. Do you want one variable to go in your rows, or do you want the other variable to go in your columns? The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit statistics. I'm going to tell SPSS to calculate a chi-square when it hits this table. So click continue once you've selected chi-square. I'm also going to click cells, and I'm going to also ask SPSS to calculate percentages on the column. You can also click row or total, just depends what you're looking for. Click continue, and then once you're back at this screen, you click OK. So this is the output that we're looking for. In this instance, SPSS has calculated this crosstab, and this is what we're interested in for this class. And what you see here is how the categories of one variable affect the other categories of the second variable. So essentially, you find out how many people in your survey are male in each of these categories of party ID. That's this first column here. And then you can also look at how many females fall into each category of party ID. Next, we actually see the chi-square below here. So we're interested in two values for this class, the Pearson chi-square value, which is 64.656, and the significance value, which in this case is 0.000.